I hope the network is going to be stable for us to finish this program. Okay, so in case you just joined, greetings. This is Seto SSK. Kindly share this video, invite people, tag people, and then let us all expose the lies of so-called malams. Okay, so-called people who should have our English, who should actually have the dignity, or but it is as if they are even proud when they are lying about someone's religion. Okay, so please kindly share this video for us, invite people, tag people, and let us listen to what this sheikh has to say here in this video. They lie, they like to lie, they love to lie, and they lie with a straight face. Listen to him.
The verse says, when Jesus was finished baptism, the heavens opened and the dove, or a spirit like a dove, come from heaven. And a voice came from heaven saying, this is my son, my beloved son. I can put it the way I want and the way I feel as a learned man. Calling me a learned man is very good, nice and lovely. That was not God's voice automatically. The verse never says that this is God's voice. It says a voice from heaven. Whose voice? In heaven, we have Abraham, we have David, we have the angels, we have Enoch, we have Elijah. We ask Jesus, they are laughing, let them laugh at Jesus. We are asking Jesus, Jesus, when you were being baptized, a voice from heaven came. Oh Jesus, was this the voice of God? Jesus says no. The book of John 5:36. Open your Bible.
The book of John 5:36. And this is what I keep on saying. Okay, these so malams, who should be people with decency, they stand out there and they lie. They lie, and then the sad part is, majority of the followers, the people who follow such people, they don't even care. So they are comfortable with the lies these guys tell them. They don't care to go and check the reference. That what, so you are basing your salvation, you are putting all your salvation on what these guys tells you. Did you hear what he said? Let's listen. Now I have played the full video. Just let's listen to him one more time, and this time we will analyze whatever he says.
The verse says, when Jesus was finished baptism, the heavens opened and the dove, or a spirit like a dove, come from heaven. And a voice came from heaven saying, this is my son, my beloved son. I can put it the way I want and the way I feel as a learned man. Calling me a learned man is very good, nice and lovely.
Did you hear what this guy said? He can put it however he wants it. When he reads the Bible, he can put it however he wants it as a learned man. And he is praising himself. He is praising himself. He is calling himself, it feels good to call him a learned man or something like this. But even though Allah said Allah does not like the arrogant. That is what Allah is saying. Allah does not like the arrogant. But this guy doesn't care. And then he can put the Bible, when he reads the Bible, he can put it how he likes it. But imagine if I read the Quran and I want to put it how I like it. I read the Quran and it says Allah is always talking about we, or talking about certain things, and I will put it the way I like it. What will they say to you when you do the same thing with their book? Oh, I read the Quran and this is how I like it. I am a learned person and this is how I will put it. Imagine what would they say to you if you do that? That would be something they will never appreciate. But they can do it to the other book. They can do it to the Christians. They can pick the Bible and then they can read it and put it, explain it how they want it. Double standard. But if you do the same with their books, then you are somebody who is what? Islamophobia. You are not sensible, you're not knowledgeable. You're reading the book, you don't even understand. You have to go to the scholars for them to teach you. That is what they keep on telling me. I said, okay, invite a scholar for me. Introduce me to a scholar. Let me ask him these questions. But then nobody comes here to give us a scholar. So he can explain it how he wants it. Listen to him one more time.
The way I want and the way my beloved son. I can put it the way I want and the way I feel as a learned man. Calling me a learned man is very good, nice and lovely.
He can put it the way he wants and the way he feels. So his feelings is even playing a major role in this. How he feels, he can put it. Not how the Christians understand it. You see? Not how the Christians understand their book or the Christians explain it. No, the way he feels, the way he understands, he can put it. Imagine somebody is saying this to Zakanaik, to the Muslims. Hey, this is how I feel about this verse. This is how it is. Because this is how I feel. Let's continue.
That was not God's voice automatically.
So when Jesus, according to the Bible, when Jesus was being baptized by John the Baptist, the voice that came from the sky, the voice that came from the sky, because he is using his feelings and he is explaining how he wants it, he is trying to tell you that is not automatically the voice of God. Now you get a point. So they pick the Bible. They never understand the Bible from the point view, from the view of the Christians. They read it how they want it, and now they are challenging. But if you read the Quran, even with the scholars, with their own scholars' interpretation, they will still say you are Islamophobia. But what he is doing, he is not a Christophobia. He can do that because he is a Muslim. So now he's reading the Bible. He's not getting the explanation from the Christians. He's not reading the commentary from the Christians. He is using his feelings to explain this to people. And that voice that came is not God. It's not automatically God. Who is it then? Let's listen.
The verse never says that this is God's voice. It says a voice from heaven. Whose voice? In heaven, we have Abraham, we have David, we have the angels, we have Enoch, we have Elijah.
Did you hear the voice? So did you hear what the guy is saying? And this is a sheikh, and he is debating on the public stage, and the people will even laugh at him. That voice, what did the voice say? That voice that he's talking about. Imagine, we all know what the voice said. He's saying that is not automatically God, but it could be Emo. He mentioned all these names. Moses, Abraham, all these names. So as a Muslim, as a sheikh who is there as a Muslim, does he really believe all these prophets that he mentioned, they are in heaven right now? Are they dead or are they in heaven? And the voice said, this is my son. So do you believe this prophet that you mentioned, Jesus is his son, is their son, is his son? You see now, when sometimes, okay, when you are debating with some people, they are not debating to learn anything. They just want to deceive people. They're debating to lie to people. That is why sometimes this give and take debate is powerful. It's better than getting 10 minutes, 20 minutes to come and speak. Because when you are speaking your lies, you see your opponent will not have the time to address all your lies. So somebody will even go with some of the lies because the opponent didn't have time to address it all. Some of his followers may think, okay, then he must be speaking the truth there. That is why the opponent wasn't able to address it. So look at the names that he mentioned. Everyone knows that this voice that came from the sky when Jesus was baptizing, the voice said, this is my son. Something like this. So he is trying to say, is he trying to say if it wasn't God, it was one of these prophets or what? Let's see.
Whose voice? In heaven, we have Abraham, we have David, we have the angels, we have Enoch, we have Elijah.
So he mentioned all these names. And do you think the voice that came and spoke when Jesus was baptized, it was Abraham, Enoch, the angels, David? Do you think it was one of them? And they are saying to Jesus, this is my son. You see, it doesn't even make sense if you were sincere to yourself. It doesn't even make sense. But these guys, they don't care. All they care is how to deceive people and then how to gain people to follow them. That is all. How do we get people to follow us? That is all what they care about. And a voice from heaven said, "This is my son, whom I love. With him I am well pleased." That is exactly what the voice said, according to Matthew chapter 3, verse number 17. Let me show it on the screen. So this sheikh is trying to tell us that that voice could be the angels. You see his logic here? It could be one of the angels. It could be Abraham. It could be Moses or David. Let me show it on the screen. According to so you can see it. And a voice from heaven said, "This is my son, whom I love. With him I am well pleased." So, and this sheikh is trying to tell us it wasn't God. It wasn't God saying this. It wasn't the Father saying this. It doesn't necessarily have to be. It could be the angels. It could be Abraham. Does he believe Abraham is in heaven and Muhammad is in the grave? Does he believe David is in the heavens and Abraham is in the grave? Does he believe Jesus is the son of the angels in heaven? Because that is what he is claiming. If it is not God, it could be one of these people.
Ask Jesus. They are.
Let's listen.
It says a voice from heaven. Whose voice? In heaven, we have Abraham, we have David, we have the angels, we have Enoch, we have Elijah. We ask Jesus. They are laughing. Let them laugh at Jesus.
You see, they are laughing at him right now. He said, "Let them laugh at Jesus." Nobody is laughing at Jesus. You are the joker right now. Because the voice which came down is claiming that Jesus is the son. You see, "This is my son whom I love." That is what the voice was saying. Are you saying Enoch and then Abraham or the angels, they are the son of Jesus? Or Jesus is their son? They have no dignity. They don't care about the truth. All they know is to lie about the Bible. And when you try to point these things out, they will say, "I am the hater." But if you are putting your salvation on someone lying to you, if the only reason why you are following a religion is because you were lied to, and then someone is trying to help you recognize that, hey, the guy was lying to me when he told me this, that means now you are comfortable with lies too, so you don't even want to hear the truth. Why do they have to go so far to lie about, if they don't believe the book is true? Why do they always have to lie to people about the book? I don't get it. Now let's continue. Listen.
We ask Jesus. They are laughing. Let them laugh at Jesus. We are asking Jesus. Jesus, when you were being baptized, a voice from heaven came. "Oh, Jesus, was this the voice of God?" Jesus says, "No."
Did you hear what he said? They asked Jesus, "Jesus, when you were being baptized, a voice from heaven came." Where did they ask this question? I want to know. And Jesus said what?
The book of John 5:36. Open your Bible.
So John 5:36, we are going to open it very, very soon, and we will check what John 5:36 says. He said, "Jesus, when you were being baptized, a voice from heaven came down. Was that God?" And Jesus said, "No." That is what he said. You see how he's lying? And Jesus said, "No." And then he gave us a verse to go and check. How many Muslims there went to check if what the Sheikh is saying is true? How many Muslims went to check to see what if this sheikh is saying is really true? Probably none of them. You see now, because they put all their trust in such people. They don't question. They don't do their cross-checking. They don't cross-reference. They don't check if what the sheikh is saying is true. They don't do none of these things. Let's listen to him one more time. They asked Jesus, and then we will go to the Bible and see.
We ask Jesus. They are laughing. Let them laugh at Jesus. We are asking Jesus. Jesus, when you were being baptized, a voice from heaven came. Oh, Jesus, was this the voice of God? Jesus says no. The book of John 5:36. Open your Bible.
So he said, when they asked Jesus this question, Jesus said no. Was that the voice of God? Jesus said no. And then he said John 5:36. Now let's check what John 5:36 says, okay? This is John chapter 5, verse number 36 is what he said, right? Let's read what he said for the meantime, and then we can read in context, okay? So he said, they asked Jesus, when you were being baptized, a voice from heaven came down. And then was that God? And Jesus said no. Right? So and he said John 5:36. And this is John. Let me show it on the screen so people will see it clearly. This is John chapter 5, right? John chapter 5. Then we're going down to 36. So people will see everything clear. So on the screen right now. I have testimony weightier, okay, than that of John. That is what Jesus is saying. For the works that the Father has given me to finish, the very works that I am doing testify that the Father has sent me. So you see what, according to the verse that he quoted, you see what it says? It's never said anything that Jesus said no, like he claimed. He said, Jesus said no. Where is that, please? Can you point to us, according to the verse on the screen right now? I have testimony weightier than that of John. For the works that the Father has given me to finish, the very works that I am doing testify that the Father has sent me. But the sheikh was saying, they asked Jesus, was that God? And he said no. John 5:36. That's what he said. Listen to him one more time.
Laugh at Jesus. We are asking Jesus. Jesus, when you were being baptized, a voice from heaven came. Oh, Jesus, was this the voice of God? Jesus says no. The book of John 5:36. Open your Bible.
So how come nobody calls this guy a liar? Because that's not what John 5:36 says. Jesus is not saying no anywhere here in this verse. Jesus is not saying no. We don't see it anywhere where they are saying something. Jesus is saying no, that wasn't God. He's even saying the Father sent me. Who is the Father? Is the angels? Are the angels the Father, like he was claiming? The voice that came down, it could be anybody. It could be Abraham. It could be Enoch. It could be the angels. Are the angels the Father? You're trying to let people know that they have been deceived. Now let's read from look at verse 31. That is the context, okay? The testimony about Jesus. Testimonies about Jesus. That is the context of the verse. It begins from 31. Because he was saying, they asked Jesus, okay, when you were being baptized, a voice came from heaven. Was that voice God? Bora greetings. Was that voice God? And Jesus said no. That is his claim that he is making. But even if you read in the context, Jesus is trying to tell the people that the testimony, let's read it, okay? Verse 31. If I testify about myself, my testimony is not true. There is another who testifies in my favor, and I know that his testimony about me is true. Okay, so Jesus is saying he doesn't testify about himself. You have sent to John, and he has testified to the truth. Not that I accept human testimony. Did you understand? Jesus does not accept human testimony. So who is Jesus? Why doesn't he accept human testimony? Who is he? Who testifies for Jesus? Okay, so he said, not that I accept human testimony, but I mention it that you may be saved. Okay. John was a lamp that burned and gave light, and you chose for a time to enjoy his light. Okay, so John testifies for Jesus because they went to act, and John testified for Jesus. Okay, and Jesus is trying to tell them, even there is somebody even greater than John. Okay, I have a testimony weightier than that of John. The testimony weightier than that of John. For the works that the Father has given me to finish, the works that I am doing testifies that the Father has sent me. So who sent Jesus and who testified? Whose testimony is weightier than that of John? So you see clearly how these sheikhs, they deceive people, they lie to people, and he quotes any verse and then he go and sit down. And then the Muslim will applaud him. It is clear. Okay, if you care about the truth, you do the research, you search for the book, you search for yourself. You don't even have to believe in the Bible. But if someone is clearly lying to you, if someone is lying in public and he's being applauded because of ignorance, because people are ignorant and people are lazy, even though now the opportunity is there and that you can do your own research, you can even right at the spot when somebody tells you something, you can check it for yourself because we are modern day, we have the internet. Still, people refuse to do their own research. They like to listen. They like to listen to some people that they believe they are telling the truth. So such guys like this, they will always have people following him, the ignorant ones. Because it is clear that he's lying here. Whatever he said is not true. He's using because it is his feeling. Listen to him one more time.
The voice came from heaven saying, "This is my son, my beloved son." I can put it the way I want and the way I feel as a learned man.
Did you hear that? He can put it the way he wants and the way he feels. So you believe, you put your trust in somebody who is saying some things by the way he wants and how he feels. Is that the way for your salvation? Is this guy the one you follow and you trust him? He is telling his feelings. Is it how I'm also doing here? Am I here telling my feelings too? Or I'm giving you the facts according to what the Christians believe, according to what the Muslims believe, references, sources, so that people can make the decision for themselves. I don't get it. You want to go to heaven, you want to have salvation when you die, and all what you can do is to put your trust in some people who are clearly lying to you. Some people who don't even care about the truth, who don't even have the dignity to tell you the truth. All they can do is to lie to you in front of your face. Be wise, okay? Let's continue.
Calling me a learned man is very good, nice and lovely. That was not God's voice automatically. The verse never says that this is God's voice. It says a voice from heaven. Whose voice? In heaven, we have Abraham, we have David, we have the angels, we have Enoch, we have Elijah.
So you see now, and my point here in this video, one point that I want people to be aware of is, he as a Muslim, so does he believe all these people are in heaven right now? Is it what he believes that Abraham, Amos, Enoch, the angels, They are all in heaven and they could send Jesus. It is possible. Is it even something that we should imagine or we should discuss that it could be them? They sent Jesus. Abraham was the one who sent Jesus, and Abraham was saying, "This is my son, whom I am pleased with." Is it something we should even consider? Is it the teachings of Islam that all these prophets that he mentioned, they are in the heavens right now, they are not dead, and Muhammad is dead? And I don't get it. Because we have a hadith, okay? Let me show you another hadith where it says Prophet Muhammad will be the first to be risen in the day of judgment. So they are dead, and Prophet Muhammad, look at this, Sahih Bukhari, okay, 3532. Not I am speaking, it is their own source. Allah's messenger said, that is in the hadith, okay? Allah's messenger says, I have 5 names. How do we verify this if it is true? How do we verify all these things if it is true? Is it also in the Quran that Allah said Prophet Muhammad has 5 names? Okay, let's continue. I am Muhammad and Ahmed. Okay? I am Muhammad and Ahmed. In the Quran, it says something like Jesus was saying, according to the Quran, Jesus said when he dies, the prophet will come after him. His name is Ahmed. That is what is in the Quran. So, of course, now we have to have a hadith where it is claiming Muhammad is Ahmed. But let's continue because they will say the same name, okay? And I am Al-Mahi. That's the Prophet Muhammad is telling his 5 names. I am Al-Mahi, okay? Through whom Allah will eliminate infidelity. I am Al-Hashir, okay? Who will be the first to be resurrected. Did you hear that? So this is the point here. According to this hadith, which is another authentic source from Islam, Prophet Muhammad has a name, and I think the meaning of that name means he will be the first to be resurrected. So all of the prophets, they are dead, and Prophet Muhammad will be the first to be resurrected. Or are some of the prophets already resurrected? I don't get the point. Because what the Sheikh is saying, that it could be Abraham, Enoch, Moses, the angels. But the names that he mentioned, apart from the angels, they are all dead. Are they in heaven right now? Are they already resurrected? Is that what he believes? You see, they don't debate to seek the truth. The majority of these Muslims, they don't debate to seek the truth. They just want to win an argument. Simple. They just want to win an argument. They just want to maybe make fun of somebody. That is it. Apart from that, they don't care. They know that their followers, majority of them are ignorant and will never go and check for the reference or go and do their own research for themselves. They know that. So they can say whatever they like on the stage. As long as they are speaking about Islam, some majority of the followers will not even bother to go and check. Is this man lying to me? Is this man lying to me in my face and taking me for a fool? They don't care. So Prophet Muhammad will be the first to be resurrected. So all the names that he's mentioned, that the voice that came from heaven, it could be one of them. Is he saying they are already resurrected? You see the kind of question. That is why majority of these Muslims, they don't even want to face me. They are terrified when they hear my name. Kindly share this video for us, okay? Because I won't keep long. The telephone lines are open. You can call if you want to call and contribute. Every time I hear a sheikh reading the Bible, and I want to go and check, okay, does the Bible really say so? What he's saying? I find it different story. And why is it so? Why don't they want to be justice to the Bible, but they want people to be justice to their books? They're not even justice to their own books. Because he's speaking as if Abraham and all the rest, they are in heaven. You see, that is the confusion in Islam. They don't really have a book which you can depend on. You see, they have the Quran, but it's not sufficient. The Quran alone cannot guide you as a Muslim. According to the Muslim, at least the Mushriks, okay, as Baba Shuaib will say. But the Hadith itself, we cannot depend on the Hadith. There are so many funny stories in them. And then somebody will tell you, no, this one is daif. Who are you to say something is daif? And who decided what is daif and what is not daif? And who decided what is authentic and what is not authentic? Let me show you this Hadith one. So in this Hadith right here, Sahih Bukhari, okay, Prophet Muhammad will be the first to be resurrected. He will be what? The first to be resurrected. In compared to this Hadith, another Hadith, okay, another Sahih Bukhari. Now listen, look at this. Narrated Abu Huraira, okay, the Prophet said, the people will fall down unconscious at the time when they should fall down, i.e. on the day of resurrection. And then I will be the first man to get up. That is Prophet Muhammad. Prophet Muhammad will be the first man to get up. But listen, look at how it continues. And behold, Moses will be there holding Allah's throne. So Prophet Muhammad will be the first to get up, but Moses will be there. So was Moses already up before Prophet Muhammad got up? Or I don't get this. I don't get this. Maybe I am reading it wrong. And if you can understand this, let me know in the comment. Because Prophet Muhammad said, and then I will be the first man to get up. And behold, Moses will be holding. So when he got up, Moses is holding the throne of Allah. So the throne of Allah is something physical. Okay, so Moses was able to touch it. This is authentic too. So was Moses already up before Prophet Muhammad or not? Was Moses already up before Muhammad or not? And I will not know whether he has been among those who have fallen unconscious. So Prophet Muhammad woke up and Moses is there. And Muhammad doesn't know if Moses is one of those who were. So who was the first man to get up? I don't get it. As I'm saying, the way I have read it and the way I understand it, it seems to me Moses is already up before Muhammad got up. But if Prophet Muhammad got up and Moses was already up, that means Prophet Muhammad is not the first man to get up. That you see now, that means Muhammad is not the first man to get up because Moses is already up. So within their own books, you can find contradictions, you can find mistakes. Because to me, this is the mistake until someone comes and explains this further to me. If you are watching this and you can see this too, okay, you can see what I'm talking about, okay, let me know in the comment section, or just let me know write in the comment section if you're watching this in the later time, okay? Let me know what you think. Am I misunderstanding this, what it's saying, or there is some fabrication going on here? We cannot trust Islam sources because somebody will come and say, I don't like it. I am Shia, I don't accept Sahih Bukhari. And I am this Sunni and I accept this one. And I am this sect. You see, so many sects, everyone decide which one to accept and which one not to accept. So the Sheikh standing on stage, lying, saying the voice that came from heaven could be anybody. But Prophet Muhammad is saying he will be the first to wake up. But if some people are already awoken or awakened or awoke, if some people are already woke, that means this hadith is another fake hadith. But it's created authentic. That means the stories that they are claiming Prophet Muhammad said, you see now, listen, narrated Abu Huraira. The Prophet said, how do we know the Prophet really said something even? The whole of Islam, the Muslims keep on attacking the Christians. You see, Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John, they were not eyewitness. They didn't even meet Jesus, and this and that, and this and that. But your whole religion is based on the Prophet said. The Prophet said. The Prophet said. All they have to do is just to begin with the statement the prophet said, and then that is enough for some people. How do you guarantee that the prophet really said this? How do you do so? Listen to this sheikh, what the sheikh is saying here.
Oh, you don't know whether that hadith is really sahih. You don't know whether that hadith is mansukh or not. And even if it is classified as sahih, it's not been classified as sahih by Rasulullah. It's been classified as sahih by other muhaddisun. So if you're going to follow another man's opinion at the end of the day, then what's wrong with following the opinion of a man whose opinion has already been followed for 12 centuries? So we can't get away from the fact that all of us are blind followers, and we have no choice but to be blind followers. Because if somebody says this is Sahih Hadith, how are you going to guarantee 100% it is Sahih? It's not, the Prophet didn't say it, another man said it. And Imam Bukhari, rahimahullah, for example, in his compilation, there are 8-9 chains. Imam Bukhari didn't meet them all. He only had to base his judgment on what he heard, hearsay. So you have to place your trust blindly on Imam Abu Hanifa or Albani or other muhaddisun or bin Baz, that what he is saying is sahih. And is it really sahih? You can argue all night and all day till Qiyamah, and you will go round and round. We've got no choice but to place blind trust.
Did you hear that? So, but this is the religion that they are saying that is the true religion. The main sources that they are following, nothing there. They can decide to accept it or not to accept it. Putting your salvation. Oh, this sheikh said, Prophet Muhammad said this. Did Prophet Muhammad say this is true? I said it. The Muslims tell us, okay, everybody, human, we are fallible. We can make mistakes. We make mistakes. Prophet Muhammad was guided by angel Gabriel. So that is why the Quran is protected. So the Quran is protected because it is not only angel Gabriel brought it, an angel brought it, Prophet Muhammad brought it, recited it, they wrote it down. So the angel was there. So when Prophet Muhammad made mistake, the angel came to correct him, because only Prophet Muhammad was able to have this contact with the angel. Nobody else had any contact with the angel Gabriel. One man witness. They don't care about any prophet. So when Prophet Muhammad is not there and people are writing some things in the name of Prophet Muhammad, how do we know these people are not adding things to it? Another human being is going to judge. Did the angel come and say, no, this is wrong or this is correct? Because human beings, they can lie, they can forget, they make mistakes. But the angel is not there to correct. In the Quran, Quran chapter 2, verse number, no, not Quran chapter 2, Quran chapter 22, verse number 52. When Prophet Muhammad received the satanic verses, the angel came to correct him. Muhammad, the verse that you have received, I did not give this to you. Okay, somebody's calling. Let me pick this caller first. Hello? Come in.
Yes, I do.
Yeah, Richard. Greetings. You are live right now.
Hello?
Okay?
Yeah, good evening.
Evening.
Yeah, I know. I'm watching.
Ah, okay, thank you. And share it on Facebook for me, please.
Doing good.
What did you say? Hello? Okay, bad network, okay. Now, okay, let me show you this, okay, because the network is not connecting at the moment. When Prophet Muhammad received the satanic verses according to the Quran, never sent we a messenger or a prophet before thee. But when he recited the message, Satan proposed opposition in respect of that which he recited thereof. But Allah abolishes, okay, that which Satan proposed. Okay, they add my name to it. Look at this. Then Allah establishes his revelations. Allah is knower, wise. So when Prophet Muhammad was reciting the Quran, Satan came and proposed something to Prophet Muhammad, and Prophet Muhammad recited that too. And Allah abolishes that which Satan proposes. Do you hear that? Allah abolishes. That means Allah took away what Satan brought. Let me change this translator and see another translator. Okay, this is Sahih International. Okay, and we did not send before you any messenger or prophet, except that when he spoke or recited, Satan threw into it. You see, so what did Satan do? Satan threw into it some misunderstanding. So what Satan threw into it, the angel came to correct him, but Allah abolishes that which Satan throws in. Do you get it? So Satan threw something into Prophet Muhammad's mouth. Prophet Muhammad recited it, and then Angel Gabriel came, and then Angel Gabriel told Muhammad that was wrong, and Allah abolished that what Satan throws in. So when they had even Prophet Muhammad's time, where Allah is there and Angel Gabriel, they are all there, Satan was still able to put something in the Quran which doesn't belong in the Quran. And Allah had to abolish that away. Allah had to take that out. So what about all these people telling you Muhammad said, and Muhammad said, and Prophet said, the Prophet said? How do you put your whole trust on this or in this? But the Bible, you don't want to put your trust in it. Think about this, okay? So this is how the Sheikhs, they behave, and this is how the Sheikhs, they are. Okay? Let me see. I'm trying to call somebody back, okay? If he will pick, this is a Muslim, maybe a Muslim will pick a call and then we have a chat here. And on Friday, okay? On Friday, I'll be going to this platform of these Muslims. I don't know where they are. Hello, Mufti? Or Mufta?
Yeah, hello?
Yeah, this is Seto SSK.
Hello. Okay, yeah, I remember.
You remember me, right? Long time no hear from you. What happened? Have you left Islam already?
Yeah, I've been busy schooling. So that's the reason why you have not been hearing from me.
Now, okay, Mufta, I am live right now, okay? I am live right now. So whatever you say, people are listening to you. Did you hear that?
Hello?
Yeah, I said I am live right now, okay?
Oh, okay, no problem.
So how was your Ramadan?
It just went on normal the way it was expected, and then we didn't encounter any challenges as usual.
Now, why should you encounter any challenge? Isn't true that Satan has been chained?
I think your question, I'm going to answer it later on, but if you can make your question so simple and direct for me so that I'll make sure that I answer it in the right time.
You see, we were discussing, we are making a program here, okay? And then we wanted to know Prophet Muhammad, he has 5 names according to this hadith, and then he will be the first person to be resurrected on the day of resurrection, right?
Okay, yes, exactly.
But so is anybody already resurrected, or they are all dead? All the prophet that came, are they dead or they have been resurrected?
Okay, so what the reality is that, you know, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says in Surah Ar-Rahman that kullu man alayha fan wa yabqa wajhu rabbika dhul jalali wal ikram. Everything on the surface and beneath the surface, any living creature is going to perish. So let's just take that every living creature is going to die. Wa yabqa wajhu rabbika dhul jalali wal ikram, and only Allah, the majesty one, he is going to remain. So it is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the majestic one, who is going to resurrect the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. So this is why the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam says he is the first person who is going to be resurrected before everyone follows.
Yeah, but that wasn't my question. I said, okay, is Moses already resurrected, or is he also dead?
They are no more in existence. Their souls are with the Creator. So their bodies are just with us here. They are not existing currently.
Yeah, but is Muhammad also is Muhammad dead or is he so alive? What do you mean?
You said your question is not straight. You asked, is Muhammad dead or his soul is alive? This
Yeah,
question
because
is not.
you see the question is okay. According to the Hadith, Prophet Muhammad will be the first to be risen on the day of resurrection.
Exactly.
That means everybody before he's risen from the death. Everybody is dead, right? Nobody is alive.
Exactly.
Nobody is anywhere.
Exactly. So that answers your question.
Yeah, but we have another hadith where Moses is already up and then Muhammad is then risen.
And what does that hadith say? Have you checked the isnad of the hadith, the chain of narrators?
Yeah, this is Sahih Bukhari.
So the sciences of the hadith, have you cross-checked? You do not just pick a hadith. Yes, you might have a hadith in Bukhari which might not be authenticated by the scholars. So
by which scholars? By which scholars?
And just pick it just like that.
Which scholars?
The muhaddisun. Yeah, I mean the muhaddisun.
And who are these muhaddisun? Where did they come from?
They are those who have studied the hadith and the chain of narrators and the life stories of those who narrate the hadith and are able to tell whether these people can be trusted. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, but how do they know the people who could be trusted? Were they there? Were they at the 7th century, 6th century, Prophet Muhammad's time? How do they know these people are trustworthy or not?
How do you know that these people are trustworthy? But you also came in and you also heard people talking about other people. Like let us just take someone like Dr. Kwame Nkrumah. You have a knowledge about Dr. Kwame Nkrumah because you have read and also heard history about Dr. Kwame Nkrumah.
Yes.
So you can also take an information concerning what you know about Dr. Kwame Nkrumah if you have devoted your time just to study the life of Dr. Kwame Nkrumah. So that is what the muhaddisun they also go through.
Yeah, but if I can study the life of Kwame Nkrumah, and then it could be a lie. They could tell me something. Oh, Kwame Nkrumah used to eat like 7 kenkes a day, and I will accept it. But it could be a lie.
Yes, you only accept it when you also have different people making the same reference.
Yeah, but it still could be a lie.
It's not a lie. Wait, let me explain it so that you will understand it.
You see, you can have 7 people tell you the same story, but they still lie.
But I'm trying to explain everything for you so that you will understand.
Now, okay, because you see now the hadith that you are depending on, somebody have to come and tell you if it is true or not. But these people, they never met Prophet Muhammad, they never met the companions, they never did anything. So with the same logic, when it comes to the Bible, the Muslims usually say,
so let me come in. You said they never met Prophet Muhammad, neither did they also meet those who followed. In Islam, we have Prophet Muhammad himself. We have the companions of the Prophet Muhammad, those who saw the Prophet, and we have those who didn't see the Prophet, but yet they met the companions. Those who met the companions are known as the tabi'in or the tabi'un. So everything that we get, any information we get, we relate it from the tabi'un. The tabi'un also related from the companions. The companions also related from the Prophet. The Prophet also related from Allah, the Most High.
Okay, so could these people, are they fallible or infallible?
Every human being is fallible.
So now Prophet Muhammad is not there to verify anything that they are living. You see, these people are saying this is what Prophet Muhammad said. They are saying this is what Prophet Muhammad said, but they are infallible. Yes, they are fallible.
That is why we do study the hadith very well, because there is no situation where the Prophet will say something which goes contrary to what God has also revealed to him. So in any circumstance you see anything where it is being narrated says that the Prophet says so, which goes against what the Quran says, then that cannot be a hadith. It is not an authenticated
hadith. But the Quran, Allah said the Muslims should marry 4, but Prophet Muhammad married more than 4. Did you think
that one was granted? That one was granted to the Prophet only.
Where was that granted?
That one was granted to the Prophet due to certain reasons.
Where was that granted?
We have them in Hadith Qudusi, where we do not have them in the Quran itself, but we can find a whole lot of hadith in the Hadith Qudusi.
No. Can you provide any reference from Hadith Qudsi where it granted Prophet Muhammad to marry more than 4?
So are you challenging that what I'm saying is not true?
Yeah, I'm challenging that you should. Yes, I'm challenging you that you should provide your references so that we can authentic. We see now. So if I put my trust in you and then I accept it, I can also move on and tell people that yes, there is a hadith there. So it could be the same way that people keep on saying, "Oh, we heard the prophet said," because somebody put his trust in somebody, but there is no verification. Not nobody can even guarantee. Or
your question you are asking, you see, the prophet himself received revelation from God Almighty, where the Quran says you should marry 2, 3, or 4. But if you fear you cannot be just amongst them, you should marry 1. But the Quran, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala himself knew that the prophet had more than 4. Perhaps he could have also told him not to marry more than 4. But yet he knew it and he never said anything like
so how and then okay, it is true. So when Prophet Muhammad, how do you know?
Because we have other acts that the prophet did, which the Quran was rebuking the act of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. So marrying more than 4, it would have been something that Allah would have also.
But he is the one. He is the one going to tell you what Allah said he should tell you. So if he doesn't tell you, how do you know?
If he doesn't tell you what Allah has said and yet he does it, it means Allah has made it permissible for him.
What for him?
Like the question you are asking me, he married more than 4. Yes, he married more than 4 due to certain reasons.
No, you don't have any. Listen carefully, because you are saying any hadith that goes against the Quran, we have to throw it away. But we have a lot of hadiths that goes against the Quran. And for example, the Quran is saying the Muslim should do certain things, but the leader, leading by an example, he went overboard. You get a point?
Because he married more than 4.
Yeah, because he married more than 4, and he is a Muslim, even though he's a prophet, but he's still a Muslim, and he is under the law of Allah, right?
He's under the law of Allah, but he can also grant him what he desires. So that is what Allah desires, and he granted it to the prophet. No one has a say in that.
So where did Allah granted that to the prophet? Where?
Since Allah did not rebuke the marriages of the prophet, it was granted to him. But yet he made it clear to us to marry a maximum of 4.
No. You see now, Allah said it in the Quran.
What I just said to you is very clear and it's explicit. I don't see the reason why you should.
No, what you just said to me, we don't have anywhere. Allah gave Prophet Muhammad some specific something which is only for Prophet Muhammad.
Have you come across verses where Allah is telling the prophet not to do certain things or why he did certain things which he was not supposed to do? Have you come across such verses?
Yes, of course. Now, haven't you come across such verses?
Telling him not to stop marrying. That's the question as well.
What?
So indirectly he was granted that, and I already made mention to you initially that the prophet married more than 4 due to circumstances.
And what is the circumstances? What is the circumstances?
Yes, we have a circumstance like when the companions used to go for the war and they come back. Some of them might lose their husbands, of which the women might desire, or some of the companions might write a will that when I fight a battle and I'm no more, my wife should be married to the prophet. And yes, it is a will, and then it has to be done.
Okay, so which one of the wives of Prophet Muhammad was one of his companions' widow? Which one of them? Can you give us one name?
There are more of them. Like, let me give you several examples. We have the likes of Abu Bakr. We have the likes of Umar. We have a whole lot of Sahaba.
Are you saying Muhammad married one of these people's wives?
I'm making a point. We have
because you are making a claim. You never gave us any references.
I want you to understand the reasons why the prophet married more than 4. We have the likes of Zayd bin Haritha. Many of them gave out their children, their daughters. Some of them also divorced their women for the prophet to marry. An example is Zayd bin Haritha. Zayd bin Haritha, the prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam told him that I will inherit from you and you will inherit from me. But Zayd bin Haritha was not the biological son of the prophet, so you cannot inherit from him, neither will he inherit from you. So Allah wanted to prove to the prophet that it is not supposed to be so. So he made sure that Zayd bin Haritha divorced his wife for the Prophet to marry. People used to call the Prophet Muhammad Zayd ibn Muhammad. That's how they used to call Zayd. So Allah wanted them to stop calling Zayd bin Muhammad. So he made sure the Prophet married the wife of Zayd. So since then, he wasn't called by that name. So I told you that the Prophet married more than 4 due to circumstances.
No. You are listen, Mufta. The reason why why were people calling Zayd bin Muhammad? Why were they calling that? Wasn't Prophet Muhammad himself that gave him that name?
I told you that, Zayd bin Haritha was a slave of Khadija, the wife of the Prophet himself.
Yes, but so Prophet Muhammad adopted him. It was exactly. So exactly. Prophet Muhammad himself gave him that name, right?
Prophet Muhammad neither gave him that name, Zayd.
Prophet Muhammad, no. Prophet, he gave him the name Zayd bin Muhammad.
I never said he gave him the name. I said Prophet Muhammad, upon him, made a statement that Zayd will inherit from me and I will inherit from
him. He said from today Zayd is my son.
The Arabs rather were calling Zayd bin Muhammad.
No, but Muhammad himself granted that that title to Zayd. He said, today Zayd is my son, and he was proud of that. He said Zayd bin Muhammad. It was Muhammad that gave Zayd this title.
When you quoting someone, you should quote exactly what the person said. So I am quoting exactly what the person said. I didn't mention son. I said the Prophet said Zayd will inherit from me and I will inherit from Zayd.
Yes, but you also said the people were calling Zayd bin Muhammad. Why were they calling him Zayd bin Muhammad? Why?
The Arabs were calling Zayd bin Muhammad.
Why were they calling him that?
It does not happen that way until the Prophet married the wife of Zayd after he divorced her. So that is quite simple. So these are some of the circumstances the Prophet married more than 4. I think your claim has been acknowledged. So why the need of you questioning all these kind of unnecessary questions?
No. You see that it's not unnecessary question. So Prophet Muhammad used to gave this title Zayd, the father of Muhammad. Okay, Prophet Muhammad gave him this name, and then later on, because Prophet Muhammad fought for the wife of Zayd, and then Allah did this way for him so that he could marry the wife of Zayd. Okay, Zainab. He could marry Zainab. We know that story already, and we know how it happened. Okay, we have it in the references. We know that. But the question here is, okay, you were saying if Prophet Muhammad, the Hadith or the Quran is giving you Muslims the opportunity to marry up to 4, and Prophet Muhammad is marrying more than 4, and you are saying he has given the privilege, but we have the privileges that Prophet Muhammad has in the Quran, but none of it says he should marry more than 4.
So are you saying it's a contradiction?
I am saying, okay, the Quran, which is the word of Allah, according to the Quran itself, we never have any references in the Quran which says Muhammad could marry more than 4. So how was it possible that he married more than 4?
Yes, and I made mention to you that this, there are certain things which were granted to the Prophet which could not be permissible for we the believers. Example is the marriage we are talking about. We the believers have a maximum to marry of 4 wives. That is just the maximum. But the Prophet had more than that.
So where can we find this reference?
There is no verse in the Quran that way. But I was making it clear to you, but you are trying to dodge away from that aspect. I told you that you yourself testified that there are verses where the Prophet made certain acts which was rebuked by the Creator himself. So if he was married more than 4, then why didn't Allah also tell him not to stop marrying more than 4? That is the question I'm asking you. So indirectly, it was permissible for the Prophet, but not for the believers.
Now, okay, I get what you are saying. So everything that Prophet Muhammad did and it was not rebuked, that means Allah supports it. That's what you are saying.
Of which Allah didn't make any claim against it, has been supported.
Mm-hmm. So that like the marriage to Aisha, Allah supports it.
Aisha's marriage, exactly. There is no doubt.
There is no doubt Allah supported that. Prophet Muhammad 53 years, the best example, and then Aisha 6 years, it was supported by Allah. That is what you are saying.
And I want to also make this claim. You claim that Aisha was also 6 years, or others reference also claim that she was 8 years when she got married. But comparing their time and how they used to calculate ages is not equivalent to the way we calculate our ages and time as now.
How do we know Prophet Muhammad was
Yes.
the Quran came in 23 years?
Also have references according to your Bible. We also have other references from internet sources where they also people and maybe prominent scholars in Christian faith also made claims that Mary got pregnant at the age of 12 years.
So why didn't Allah say this in the Quran?
So you cannot.
No. You see, Mufta. Listen to what you said. Listen to what you said. Okay, I am asking you something. So how were they calculating the age at that time? So how do we know Prophet Muhammad received the revelation in 23 years? How were they calculating the age?
So that is what I'm trying to tell you. Calculate their time and how they were, their stature and everything cannot be compared to how we are. And
so how do we know Prophet Muhammad received the Quran within 23 years? How were they calculating this 23 years?
That was from the ulama. They calculated it themselves.
And so was it different calculation from the time period of the revelation and the Aisha situation? Was it different calculation or the same calculation?
Can I ask you also ask a question?
Answer this, then you ask me my question.
No, the question you are asking me is irrelevant.
Why is it irrelevant? You are claiming the time how they used to calculate. So were you lying or what? You see now, I want to be fair to you.
I want to ask you something.
Then answer my question first, then you ask me.
That's a simple question. I'm using your question.
Answer the question. So when you said they used to calculate, and there was a different way to calculate it at that time, was it a lie or was it the truth?
I am trying to explain it to you so that you would understand.
So explain it, but explaining is not asking the question. So explain it. I'm listening.
I'm just asking you a simple question.
No. Answer my question first, and then you ask.
Then I will get back to you.
Why?
You are a Christian. You are a believer in Christianity, right? So I want to ask you.
No. I am. You see now. Answer the question first. So you made a claim. Why is it always difficult with Muslims?
It's the same thing as currently.
So you said at the time. You see, at the time of Prophet Muhammad's time.
We calculate using the Hajj.
Okay, and I'm listening. Everybody is listening to you. You know that you are being recorded, right?
We only calculate using the Hijrah. The number of times they started calculating the number of times the Prophet did Hijrah. You understand? So that's the best answer I can give you.
So how many times the Prophet did Hijrah? What does that mean? Every time he do a Hijrah is 1 year or what?
I ask a question, then you give me another question.
No, we never answer. We don't get it. You said every time he do the Hijrah, what does that mean? Every time he do the Hijrah is 1 week, or is it 1 year? Is it 2 months? What is that? What does that?
That is how they used to calculate
so every time he do one Hijrah, it means it is 1 year, or is it 2 months, or is it 1 week? What does that mean?
That is the first Hijrah.
So the first Hijrah is what? 1 year or 2 years or what?
The calculation itself exactly started from the time of the Umar ibn Khattab. He made arrangements and did all these kind of calculations and everything. So you see, let me tell you something.
No, I don't see it. Don't tell me anything. Answer the question.
No, listen.
When they do the Hijrah, how many times did Prophet Muhammad do the Hijrah?
They never calculated years. They never calculated ages. So it was hardly for you to tell whether a child was 7 years or 10 years or 12 years.
So how do we know Prophet Muhammad received the Quran at the age of 40?
Please, I am coming. Let me come.
Look at
the Arab Islamic. You see, you don't give me the chance to explain, and you still throw that in your viewers' eyes.
You are the one trying to throw the dust here, Mufta.
So what I'm saying is that pre-Islamic period, they neither calculated ages nor years. It was very difficult for them to tell as to whether a child was 3 years or an adult was 40 years or so. But they could use to remember that I was born in this particular year, maybe an event or a very important event happened, then they could tell this was the year I was born. So the Prophet himself, the exact day and date might be in doubt because there are major opinions that the prophet was born. You know, when you make references, they say the prophet was born in the year of the elephant, meaning there was no particular year they were giving that this is this year as to this year being specific. But they said this was the year of the elephant. Why the year of the elephant? This was due because the people of Syria were about to destroy the Kaaba at Mecca. That's what they wanted to destroy, but their plan went in vain. So it was the year that the prophet was born. That's why they said he was born in the year of the elephant. So I am telling you that the Arabs were not rather calculating years. They were not calculating. That was pre-Islamic. So people who say Aisha was gotten married to the prophet at the age of 6 years or 8 years or 10 years, it could be true and it could also be untrue.
Okay, so you see now I kept quiet for you to speak. Okay, so listen what you just said right now. Okay, we have the Islamic sources which you depend your salvation on right now, but you are now trying to tell me you don't even know if it is true or false. So the source. So how do you know anything is true in Islam?
First of all, you base your point on the Quran.
No, but you base your point on the Quran, but the Quran never told you the father of Prophet Muhammad. So, but you know that you know him, right? Quran never told you anything about Prophet Muhammad. So now whatever you are taking outside from the Quran could be true, it could be false. These 5 daily prayers that you are praying is not in the Quran, so it could be false. So everything outside the Quran,
the revealer of the Quran says that you should follow Allah and follow the messenger.
What is Allah and the messenger? Are they on the same level, or what do you mean you should follow Allah and the messenger?
Level, but let me just a logical question. It's just a logical question. A teacher comes to class, he teaches you, but you don't see what he teaches you in the textbook. Can you tell him that, say, what you're teaching me is not in the textbook? So does it mean when I also go home and do my research and I write, will I also fail? No, it doesn't mean you are going to fail. But you take the knowledge of the teacher, you go outside the book that the syllabus they've given you, you also follow it. So at the end of the day, you have the teacher's information and you have the prescribed book for you. You have two information. You follow both of them to make sure you excel.
Okay.
But that doesn't. So if you follow only one person, you are not going to excel.
Okay, so your logic here right now, listen to what Mufta, listen to what you have just demonstrated. Okay, you have the Quran. You were saying the Quran said follow Allah and follow the messenger. But what the messenger said, the messenger said in the Hadith, you just told us we don't know if it is true or false. We don't know. It could be 10, it could be 6, it could be 8, it could be 12. We don't know. So whatever it is in the Hadith that we should follow, we don't know that. You don't know what is really true. So whatever they're telling you, even if it sounds good, they could be telling you something which is good, but it could be false. It could be so that Prophet Muhammad never said this. So where is the guarantee? Where is the guarantee that anything is true? Because when they were writing these things down, Prophet Muhammad wasn't there. Do you know the Hadith where one of Prophet Muhammad's companion was in a mosque and then he heard someone speaking or reciting a Quranic verse, and then he grabbed the person, and then he said the person was fabricating. He brought that person to Prophet Muhammad, and then Prophet Muhammad said, okay, recite it for me. And then the person recited it, and then Prophet Muhammad said, okay, you two recite it. And then he also recited it different, and then he said, both are recited to me. Do you know this hadith?
Exactly, I know it.
So imagine if Prophet Muhammad was not there, was not alive at that time, and the guy who caught the other one in the mosque, what will happen to him? What do you think would happen?
Nothing would have happened.
What do you mean nothing would have happened? According to the hadith, he grabbed him very hard.
Because nothing would have happened. The prophet was only sent to convey the message.
Yes.
It is the duty of the one who sent the prophet to protect his book and then his religion.
Okay, so how come the hadith is not protected? Now we don't know what is true and what is false.
He is the one who sent down the Quran and he is the one who is going to protect it. Nothing would have happened. So I've answered your question.
No, you have not answered the question. Okay, the question is, you see now, the Quran is protected, right? The Quran, there's no Daif Quran, according to you, right?
So if the Quran is protected, by who? The one who revealed the Quran.
And what about the Hadith? Are they protected?
The Quran is protected by the one who revealed the Quran.
And the Hadith?
shouldn't be any challenges from the Quran.
And the Hadith, who is protecting the Hadith?
Okay, so when we say Hadith, let me explain certain things to you.
No,
When we
you
say
already you said Muhammad Sunnah. You said you follow Allah, you follow Muhammad. Okay, so you have the Quran, which is the way sayings of Allah, and the Hadith, the Sunnah of Prophet Muhammad. Who is protecting that?
Yes, but when we say the Hadith, we have Hadith which the Prophet did. Hadith is something that it is said. We classify as the Aqwalur Rasul, that is the said things of the Prophet. We also have the Af'alul Rasul, what the Prophet actually did. We also have what the Prophet saw, what the believers did, which was not rebuked, but yet it is permitted. These are all classified under Hadith.
And
yes,
who is protecting them? Who is protecting the Hadith? Who protects the Hadith?
So that is what I'm trying to say. The death of Prophet Muhammad has made us realize that compiling the Hadith has brought about, because they were able to compile the Hadith, yes, we have been exposed to a whole lot of things that we wouldn't have known.
Who is the protector of the Hadith?
Allah Almighty is the protector of the Hadith.
So how come there is Da'if Hadith?
Okay, so when we say Da'if Hadith doesn't mean it does not work. So that is.
So why is it called Da'if? Why is it called Da'if?
That is the challenge. What most of you non-Muslims, you do not believe. You do not. Testify. You think that Da'if means it's weak. It is.
Mufta, you see what your lies have brought you.
Da'if
Wait,
Hadith.
Are you saying the Da'if Hadith? You accept Da'if Hadith?
Pardon?
Do you accept Da'if Hadith?
Yes, I accept that.
So when I quoted the Hadith for you at the beginning of the conversation, you told me where is the chain of narration, because you see you have to check and see if the Hadith is even accepted. And I'm telling you it is Sahih Bukhari, and then you told me, listen, I told you it is Sahih Bukhari. You even told me not all Sahih Bukhari is even accepted. Now you are telling me Da'if is accepted.
Pardon. We have fabricated a Hadith and we have Du'afa ul Hadith. So you should get that. We have fabricated ones and we have Du'afa. The fabricated ones, these ones were fabricated by people. Maybe someone could have just sat down.
Are the fabricated Hadiths called Da'if?
They are not called Da'if Hadith.
Okay, so what did we speak about the fabricated Hadith here?
So you just made mention of Da'if. And then you were
yes, and then you said Da'if is accepted. Listen carefully. You said Da'if is accepted.
I am saying, listen, I said I accept that we have Da'if Hadith.
And then you just said they are accepted. You accept them.
You see, you don't understand what I said. We have Du'afa ul Hadith, which are accepted, which are in existence.
But you just said that, you see, it is being recorded, so no problem. We will cut that portion and then we will post it to you so that you will get it, okay? But you see now, so do you accept Da'if Hadith or you don't accept Da'if Hadith?
I accept Da'if Hadith to be in existence.
But do you accept them? Do you recognize it? Will you follow it?
You see, that is the point that you are not trying to understand. You are trying to push me to the wall. But when I'm trying to explain things to you clearly, you try to also dodge. But what I'm trying to tell you is that when we say Da'if Hadith, they classify them to be, let's say, weak in the chain of narrators. Maybe, probably someone.
What do you mean? You see now.
Let me explain for you. Someone among the chain of narrators couldn't have witnessed the Prophet himself, but yet we also have his name among the chain of narrators. The Hadith might be good. We classify that particular Hadith to be Da'if. We might have that same similar Hadith narrated in that Da'if Hadith in an Sahih, in an authenticated narration, which is the same thing as what the Da'if Hadith says, which does not make it a fabricated Hadith. So you understand what I'm trying to say?
No. I said who protects the Hadith? You said Allah. Allah protects the Hadith.
Let me give you an example.
No, wait, Mufta.
Let me give you an example.
Allah is the protector of the Hadith, right? That is what you are saying. So it doesn't matter if it is even Da'if or not Da'if. If Allah protects the Hadith and it has made its way through your book, that means the Hadith should be accepted. He ended the phone call. You see, this is the religion. This is the true religion. He ended the phone call. My time is up anyway. Okay, my time is up. And that is what I mean. Okay, so he will mention all sort of words, all sort of things. But they will say the Bible is corrupt. Christianity is false. But look at how many books that they need for them to even understand their religion today. The Quran alone is not enough. You need all the names that he's mentioning. If you say, did Allah say you need all these things? Did Allah teach you to go to this thing? The words that he are mentioning, this hadith, and we have this hadith and this. Did Allah say this to you? No. Innovation. When you read the Quran, when the Quran was saying this day the religion is perfect, no, it wasn't perfect for the Muslims. It wasn't perfect for the Muslims. They needed another books, hundreds of books, thousands of books for them to understand it. Now you see now his life, okay. It was nice, and I like talking to some Muslims sometimes, okay. And then I called him, and then he picked the phone call. So we spoke. Richard was trying to call, but the phone dropped. Richard, my time is up, and we have to end the phone, the video right now, okay. So as I was saying, even the Muslims themselves, they have conceded that they are blind followers. Let's listen to the Sheikh one more time. Blind followers.
Oh, you don't know whether that hadith is really sahih. You don't know whether that hadith is mansukh or not. And even if it is classified as sahih, it's not been classified as sahih by Rasulullah. It's been classified as sahih by other muhaddisun. So if you're going to follow another man's opinion at the end of the day, then what's wrong with following the opinion of a man whose opinion has already been followed about for 12 centuries? So we can't get away from the fact that all of us are blind followers, and we have no choice but to be blind followers. Because if somebody says this is Sahih Hadith, how are you going to guarantee 100% it is Sahih? It's not, the Prophet didn't say it, another man said it. And Imam Bukhari, rahimahullah, for example, in his compilation, there are 8-9 chains. Imam Bukhari didn't meet them all. He only had to base his judgment on what he heard, hearsay. So you have to place your trust blindly on Imam Abu Hanifa or Albani or other muhaddisun or bin Baz, that what he is saying is sahih. And is it really sahih? You can argue all night and all day till Qiyamah, and you will go round and round. We've got no choice but to place blind trust.
We got no choice but to place blind trust. Whatever hadith that is graded authentic, it is not Prophet Muhammad who graded that authentic. So it is another man. So they are basing the whole concept of Islam is based on another man. Depending on which sect you join, the Shia people will not accept this hadith, and these people will accept that hadith. So that the most fabricated religion is supposed to be Islam, because they don't have anything original. The Quran itself, they will say they only have one Quran. They don't have one Quran. The Quran that Uthman burnt, the religion that have a history of burning books, their own books, it was burnt. And where is the book that Uthman left? Where is it? Where is that time Uthman, the Quran that he left? That's the one Quran. Where is it now? Where is his Quran? The Quran that the Muslims have today, when you go and check, there's one called Hafs, one called Warsh. You see? The Quran that is there right now, the Arabic Qurans, we don't have Uthman Quran. There is no Uthman. It should be Uthman because he's the one who preserved the Quran, right? Where is it? It's not there. It's not there. Okay, Richard is calling again. Let me try and pick Richard and then end the conversation. The phone has dropped again. I'm trying to call Richard, okay? And then I have to end the conversation, but Richard is calling back. Seto SSK, please kindly share this video for me, okay? As I'm telling you, okay, I am according to that's what somebody is saying on this. The host according to Richard. Yeah. Yeah, but line, the line is yet has connected now. Any contribution? We are listening.
Oh my God.
I think Richard is having connectivity problems right now.
Oh, I said, you see, I say,
Now, okay, then speak. We are listening.
okay,
Yeah, I can hear you. Yes.
okay. You see how the guy was struggling.
I swear. No, I don't think the network is going to favor us right now. It is still disconnecting. Okay. Yeah, please now. Okay, please try and share the videos for me on Facebook. Just copy the link on YouTube and share it on Facebook for me, okay? Because the Facebook people have blocked me. They have blocked me. I opened a new Facebook page. They blocked that one too for 30 days. Okay. So now I have to always come here on YouTube. So please now try and always share the videos for me. You copy the link, you share it on your messenger, you share it on the Facebook pages. So whenever I come back on Facebook, I will see the people who was sharing my videos. Okay. I will see them. Okay, please now help and share the videos for us, because even though we are not coming on Facebook, because we still have to still let people know that they are being deceived, they are being lied to. Okay, Seto SSK, kindly share for me and look at my new sign. Okay, what do you think about this? Let me play this for. What do you think about this? Let me know if it is good or it's bad. What do you think about it? Is it good? Is it bad? Is it too aggressive? Is it not something that I should be using? Okay, I did it today. I was actually proud of myself for doing this thing. Only 4-second video. I was very happy. But I want to know your what do you think about it? Okay, let me play one more time. What do you think? Is it something I should use, or I should continue using, or is it too much? Is it too much? Is it sound effect? Is it like violence or something like this? Let me know what you think about it, please. I want to know. Yeah, I want something, you know, something small. Okay, Seto SSK. Please now share this video for me. Somebody said too loud. Yes, too loud. Okay, it's good. The thing is, okay, sometimes the loudness of the videos, okay, because this is a short video, it will wake people up. People will know that what is going to happen. So if it is loud, I won't see that as negative. But rather, you see now when the sound comes in, you have to wake up, no, you have to listen. So okay, it is too loud. Kweku said it's good. Okay, I don't know. Thank you. At least I got 2 feedbacks. People are watching. I like people who watches and sometimes participate. You know, you ask something, you ask a question, and they try to give you an answer, or they try to respond to you. That will make you like we are having a conversation. But some people, they come here to watch. I don't know if they are watching just to wait for me to make a mistake, and they will cut that portion and go and post it. They're not participating enough. I don't know. Okay, when you ask a question, oh, I like the bomb. Oh, let me play one more time. It is a short video, and I did this with my phone, and I was very proud. Let me see. Let me put it. Let me play one more time. Okay, and I have to end. I have to go. Richard is trying to call, but the network is very poor. My time is up anyway. But one last time, and then I will leave. Okay, Seto SSK, please kindly share the videos for me on Facebook, on YouTube, on your messengers, on WhatsApp, wherever you can share it. Copy the link and share it there. Okay, and you, as you can see, the Muslims, they don't have questions. They have some ways to speak around. They speak around the issue too long, but they never give you a clear answer. Seto SSK. Okay, let's end the conversation here and listen to the Malam one more time, lying about the Bible. Okay, let's just end it here. Okay, my time is up anyway. Seto SSK. Share the video for us. Bye bye. Okay, bye.